welcome to another episode of the Terranique Show, where we teach you how to love and care for your natural hair. On today's episode, we're going to talk about hair myths and we're going to debunk them. What really works? Listen, there are some truth and some myths that we have been, that we just have embedded in our minds that this is what works. Whether it's from, tradition, what's been passed down to us from our mom's hair care routine or things that we learned along the way, or whether it's through that false information that we are deeming as true when it comes to hair care or anything. There are a lot of lies that we believe that may be true, right? But on this episode, I am going to share with you some hair myths that some of us may believe to be true, and just explain to you why they aren't true. Some are gonna be surprising, and some are gonna be like, "Girl, we knew that, right?" So let's just dive into it. So hair myths debunk what really works. Number one, trimming your hair makes it grow faster. Now, this was a myth that I believed for a very long time. Growing up, going to the hair salon, hairdressers would always say that. They would be like, "Oh, if you don't trim your hair, it's not going to grow." That is an absolute myth. Hair grows from the scalp and not from the ends. So let me dive into it. Trimming helps prevent split ends from traveling up the hair shaft. So trimming basically helps you maintain healthy hair, which in turn helps you retain length, right? Reducing breakage and keeping hair healthier. But it doesn't speed up hair growth. The key to longer hair is maintaining a healthy scalp and minimizing damage. So it may look as though if you get, regular trims and your hair is flourishing, is growing, that trimming does help with hair growth. No, it doesn't. Your hair is going to grow anyway. The thing what trimming does is it cuts off split ends, breakage, and it helps your hair to stay healthy. And as your hair is growing, you will grow longer, healthier hair, right? Because it's helping you to retain healthy hair growth. So trimming just is like a maintenance to help you maintain or retain healthy hair growth, because it doesn't allow the damage or the damaged part of the hair strand to infect the other healthy part of the hair strand. So you're basically pruning your hair when you're trimming it, right? But it does not help your hair to grow faster. So that is the myth, and that's how we debunk trimming hair makes the hair grow faster. Should you get trims? Absolutely. Get your trims. But is that going to help your hair grow faster? No, it is not. It's just going to help you maintain a healthy head of hair. And one caveat to this, ladies. Trimming, I went to this girl to get my hair trimmed. You have to beware who you go to for your trims. Some people are scissor happy. Some people do not know how to trim natural hair or curly hair. So essentially my natural hair was like right down here. When I went for the trim, she trimmed my hair. Yeah. So and listen, I'm still trying to grow my hair back to get down to here. Maybe it's like right here now. I think it's like right here. But all stylists are not made equal. So be very careful when you are, I don't know, just be very careful. I would go on their website, look for reviews. I would look on their Instagram to see if they have trimmed curly hair before or natural hair before, and to see the difference. With natural hair, I would say that I would like my hair to be straightened first and then trimmed. I don't like the trim while it's curly thing, because that's where you get into them taking off all of your hair. So she essentially gave me a haircut versus a trim. So just be very careful when you're going for a trim, or if you feel confident enough to trim yourself, then trim your hair yourself. But beware, okay? Not all hairstylists know how to trim. Some of them know how to give a good haircut and are very scissor happy. All right, moving on to number 2. Myth: washing your hair every day keeps it healthier. I don't know who believe this, but some people out there, they believe that washing your hair every single day. Personally, my natural hair is a lot to wash. I'm going to spend a good bit of time washing, conditioning, and detangling. So I'm not going to do it every single day. Maybe every single week, but not every single day. But other hair types who can like essentially literally wash and go, like they can literally wash and go. I cannot wash and go. I can wash and stay. I can wash and stay and then go. So that's a new term. If you hear anybody using that, remember you heard it first. Wash and stay and then go. That's my term. I just coined it. But washing your hair every day is not good. And it's especially not good for curly hair because our hair is drier, tends to be drier. Okay, the truth. Overwashing can strip hair of natural oils that keep your hair hydrated, leading to dryness and breakage. Instead, wash based on your hair type. Curly and textured hair thrives with fewer washes and more hydration. And another point, when you are washing your hair, if you have naturally curly hair, you want to be using a sulfate-free shampoo. We have a great one. It's our Almond and Shea Butter Moisturizing Shampoo. So it's going to gently cleanse the hair without stripping it of its natural oils. So that's another key. You want to wash your hair with a sulfate-free shampoo, and I would recommend natural hair. You can wash it every week or every week and a half. You don't want to be washing it every day, certainly not. But conditioning, definitely you can condition your hair every day, but washing it, no, you're going to strip all of the moisture out of your strands. Myth number 3, brushing your hair 100 times a day makes it shinier. I'm going to age myself with this one. So do you guys remember the Brady Bunch? And I believe it was Marsha. One of them used to just be always brushing their hair. If I can stand to be corrected. I believe that's what I remember from the show. I love the Brady Bunch. It was so sweet. But let me tell you, I think that anyway, no, that's not, no, I'm not going to go there. But anyway, so brushing your hair 100 times does not make your hair shinier. It really doesn't. I know that I've heard also that like brushing your hair a lot makes it stronger. No, it's not doing that. Truth, excessive brushing can cause friction, breakage, and damage to the hair cuticle, while gentle brushing distributes natural oils. Too much brushing weakens the strands. Stick to detangling as needed with a wide tooth or gentle brush. So when you're brushing your hair too much, that's over manipulation, overstimulation of the hair, which can lead to breakage and damage. So this myth, I don't know where it came from. Maybe it came from watching TV. You can't believe everything you watch on TV or see on the internet. Just brushing your hair is not a good way to get your hair shinier. A good way to get your hair shiny is to not skip your deep conditioning treatments and to use hair oil to seal in, moisture and shine. We have a great hair oil. It's our Curly Tropical Oils blend. It's made with castor, jojoba, moringa, avocado oil. Very good to use it, and it's lightweight. Very good to use every day on your hair. And this will seal in moisture and then add shine. But brushing your hair, please stay away from brushing your hair 100 times. No. Number 4, myth. Oiling your scalp makes your hair grow faster. Now, this is definitely something that, I had to unlearn. Greasing, definitely not a good thing for your scalp, and oiling your scalp. Truth, while natural oils nourish the scalp and improve moisture retention, they don't directly speed up hair growth. Growth happens at the follicle level, and factors like diet, hydration, and scalp health play a bigger role in healthy hair growth. Now, I did do a video on the best hair oils to use on the scalp and the different properties that those hair oils possess, which help with hair growth, like rosemary and castor oil. They have anti-inflammatory, antioxidant properties, right? And what this essentially does, it creates a great environment for the scalp. So if you have dryness, redness, dandruff, itching, these oils They basically create an environment for a healthy scalp. And healthy scalp equals healthy hair follicles equals healthy hair growth. So oiling your scalp makes your hair grow faster because is a myth, but if you use oils on your scalp, it will help the scalp to stay healthy and then enhance, the growth, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So that's just a myth about oiling your scalp makes your hair grow faster. Your hair is going to grow regardless, but if you have an unhealthy scalp, that's going to stunt your growth. So if you're using rosemary oil, castor oil, whatnot, it's going to help your scalp to essentially be healthier so that hair growth can flourish, if that makes sense. And number 5, I hope I explained that correctly. Number 5, heat protectant stops all heat damage. Truth, heat protectants reduce damage by creating a barrier, but they don't make your hair immune to heat. Excessive heat styling weakens the hair structure, so always use the lowest heat setting necessary and limit heat exposure to keep hair healthy. So I would say that the only way to avoid heat damage, in my opinion, is to not use heat. You always run the risk when whether you're using heat protection or not, of damaging the hair through a process called denaturation, which basically changes the structure of the hair, because hair is protein, and permanently changes the structure, so it cannot be reversed. So if you want to avoid heat damage, avoid heat, right? But if you need your silk presses, you just need your hair to be straightened, then use a heat protectant. I would say a caveat to that is, if the heat on your flat iron is like 350 degrees, that's not a good level to have your heat iron on, because at 350 degrees, we're cooking chicken, we're baking cakes, and we're doing a whole lot of stuff in the oven. You want your the temperature on your flat iron to be low. So you don't want it to be nowhere in the 3 or even the 200s, right? So check your settings on your hairstylist, whoever is doing your hair. Check the settings on their flat iron. Make sure it's not like going so high that it's gonna fry your curls. And then when you wash your hair, your curls don't turn back. And the only way to get those curls back is to trim. Just keep trimming, right? You just keep trimming off all that heat damage. So save yourself the anxiety, the frustration of of damaging your curls. Just stay away from heat. But, take the tips that I mentioned if you really want to get a silk press. Anyway, healthy hair requires proper hydration, a nourishing hair care routine, and protective practices, not just popular hair myths, right? What's the best care for your curls? Yeah, curly bow. This is a shameless plug, curly bow. But no, honestly, we do specialize in hydration. Any of our treatments are great options to get your hair hydrated. If you need a protein deep treatment, if your hair is lacking that moisture and you need to restore your hair back to its natural moisture, our honey ginger protein deep treatment is a great deep treatment. If you've experienced heat damage, it's also a great deep treatment for heat damage. But the best way for heat damage is just to trim those ends off. Also, if you have dry, brittle hair, we have a banana nut and avocado deep treatment that is absolutely amazing for restoring the moisture and hydration back into your hair. So let me go over it again. So 5 hair myths, debunks, and what really works. Number 1, trimming your hair makes it grow faster. It does not make it grow faster. Trimming your hair just keeps your hair strand healthy, so it prevents the split ends from traveling up the hair strand and completely destroying your hair strand, right? But your hair is growing anyway. It's not going to go faster by trimming, but you are going to retain healthy hair. So you're not going to have the split frayed ends if you are trimming your hair, but it's not going to help your hair grow faster. Hair grows from the scalp and not from the ends. Number 2, myth, washing your hair every day keeps it healthier. This is absolutely a myth, especially when it comes to curly hair textures. Washing your hair every day will dry out your hair. You should, however, wash your hair either once a week or every week and a half. And I would recommend using a sulfate-free shampoo like our Almond and Shea Butter Moisturizing Shampoo that will not strip your hair of its natural oils, but it will cleanse the hair of dandruff, buildup, and debris. Number 3, brushing your hair 100 times a day makes it shinier. I don't know who has the time and the day to brush their hair 100 times a day, but that is absolutely false. Brushing your hair 100 times a day will damage your hair because your hair is being over manipulated. It's being dried out. I mean, that can cause breakage, brittle hair. So washing your hair 100 times a day, absolutely no, it's a myth. Number 4, oiling your scalp makes your hair grow faster. Your hair is going to grow at its natural rate. What oils do is not helping your hair go faster. What it's doing is it's helping your hair, the scalp on your hair, to be healthier. If you're using rosemary oil or castor oil, those oils are going to have, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory properties that help the scalp to be healthy and encourage hair growth. So a healthy scalp equals healthy hair growth. Oils just help your scalp to be healthier, stimulating blood flow, and blood flow then in turn stimulates hair growth. So I hope I explained that one great. Number 5, heat protectant stops all heat damage. This is an absolute myth. Heat damage basically happens when, the protein in your hair is changed by a process called denaturation, and it cannot be reversed. Heat protectants, yes, they can limit heat damage, but if your flat iron is on 350 degrees, we are cooking and we are baking a cake or we are cooking some chicken. Heat will damage your hair. The only way to stop heat damage is to not put heat on the hair. But if you have to, use a heat protectant and make sure that the temperature on that flat iron is low. I hope that this was helpful to you. Have a great day.